There are people who cannot make a single decision without quietly asking the world for permission first. They post something online, then check every reaction obsessively. They share an opinion, then immediately fear judgment. They enter relationships where approval becomes emotional oxygen. They shape their personality depending on who is watching. And slowly, without realizing it, they lose contact with something essential: their inner authority. Because when your sense of worth depends entirely on external validation, your emotional stability becomes controlled by strangers, algorithms, attention, and approval. One compliment can elevate your mood for hours. One rejection can destroy your confidence for days. And eventually, you stop living from authenticity. You begin living from audience reaction. Tonight, we are going to explore why the human need for validation becomes psychologically dangerous when left unchecked. Why so many adults secretly build their identity around approval. Why external praise can quietly weaken inner strength. Why people become emotionally addicted to being chosen, admired, noticed, or accepted. And most importantly, how to rebuild self-worth that does not collapse every time the world looks away. Because one of the quietest tragedies of adulthood is this: many people never become who they truly are. They become whoever receives the most approval. Imagine a woman sitting alone in her apartment late at night. She uploads a photo online, then waits. A few notifications appear, then silence. And something strange happens internally. Her mood changes. Not because her life changed, not because reality changed, but because validation changed. Suddenly she questions herself. Was the photo bad? Do people still find me attractive? Am I becoming irrelevant? The terrifying part is this: most people believe they are emotionally independent while constantly outsourcing their self-worth to external reactions. Likes, attention, text messages, praise, recognition, approval. And over time, the nervous system becomes psychologically conditioned to seek reassurance constantly. Validation itself is not evil. Human beings naturally need connection, acknowledgement, and belonging. The problem begins when validation stops being appreciated and starts becoming required for emotional stability. Because dependence always weakens internal freedom. The philosopher Epictetus warned that whenever people attach their peace to things outside their control, suffering becomes inevitable. And modern life built entire systems around external approval. Social media transformed identity into performance. People no longer simply live. They display themselves living. Experiences become content, thoughts become branding, personality becomes marketing. And somewhere inside this performance culture, many adults quietly lose their authentic center. They begin asking, "What will people think?" before asking, "What do I actually believe?" This shift changes the entire psychological structure of a person. Because when approval becomes the compass, authenticity becomes dangerous. Carl Jung believed one of the greatest psychological risks is becoming disconnected from the true self in order to maintain social acceptance. And modern adults experience this constantly. People suppress opinions to avoid rejection, stay in unhealthy relationships to avoid loneliness, choose careers for status instead of meaning, shape their appearance for approval instead of expression. Not because they are weak, because human beings fear social exclusion deeply. Historically, belonging was survival. Rejection once meant danger. And traces of that survival wiring still exist psychologically today. This is why criticism feels emotionally painful. The nervous system interprets social rejection as threat. But modern culture amplifies this fear continuously. People are now exposed to endless judgment. Comments, views, comparisons, metrics. And eventually self-worth becomes externalized. The mind stops asking, "Do I respect myself?" and begins obsessing over, "Am I being validated enough?" This creates fragile confidence. Confidence that exists only when reinforced externally. But externally built confidence collapses quickly. Because the world is inconsistent. People change, attention fades, approval disappears. And if identity depends entirely on outside reinforcement, the self becomes emotionally unstable. This explains why some highly admired people still feel deeply insecure internally. External praise cannot permanently solve internal uncertainty. It only temporarily distracts from it. There is another psychological reason validation becomes addictive. Intermittent approval affects the brain similarly to gambling. Unpredictable rewards create stronger behavioral attachment than constant rewards. One compliment after emotional insecurity suddenly feels euphoric. One message from someone emotionally unavailable becomes intensely exciting. This is why many adults become addicted not merely to connection, but to unpredictable validation. The brain begins chasing emotional reinforcement compulsively. Refresh, check notifications, wait for replies, seek reassurance. And slowly, inner peace becomes dependent on external response. This weakens psychological resilience enormously, because resilience requires self-generated stability, not constant emotional confirmation from others. The philosopher Nietzsche once wrote that people often wear masks so long they forget their real face underneath. Validation addiction creates this exact phenomenon. People begin performing identities that receive approval, even when those identities feel emotionally false. The funny person, the successful person, the attractive person, the agreeable person, and eventually they become exhausted. Because performance drains the nervous system. Authenticity energizes it. Many adults secretly feel lonely not because nobody exists around them, but because nobody truly knows them beneath the performance. And genuine intimacy becomes impossible whenever approval matters more than honesty. This is why validation dependence quietly destroys inner strength. Inner strength grows when people remain connected to themselves despite external opinion. But validation addiction trains people to abandon themselves repeatedly for acceptance. A person says yes when they mean no, laughs when uncomfortable, pretends agreement to avoid disapproval. And over time, self-betrayal accumulates psychologically. The nervous system notices every moment authenticity was sacrificed for approval, and slowly self-respect weakens. This is why some people feel anxious constantly around others. They are monitoring themselves continuously. How am I being perceived? Am I saying the right thing? Do they like me? Their attention becomes externally trapped, and chronic self-monitoring destroys presence. Because authentic confidence emerges when attention returns inward, not outward. There is another hidden consequence of validation dependence: fear-based living. Many people avoid becoming fully themselves because they fear losing approval. They silence creativity, suppress opinions, delay dreams. Not because they lack ability, because approval became emotionally safer than authenticity. But approval-based living creates invisible resentment. Eventually, people begin resenting the very audiences they keep trying to please. Because deep down, part of them knows they abandoned themselves to maintain acceptance. Now let's explore 3 core psychological frameworks behind validation addiction. The first is conditional worth. Many people learned early in life that love and approval depended on performance. Good grades, obedience, achievement, attractiveness, success. So they unconsciously internalized a painful belief: I am valuable only when validated. And adulthood becomes an endless attempt to earn worth repeatedly. But worth that must constantly be earned never feels secure. The second framework is externalized identity. This happens when people stop internally defining themselves and begin relying entirely on external feedback. Compliments determine confidence, attention determines value, rejection determines self-image. The problem is obvious. Other people become psychological mirrors controlling your emotional state. And mirrors constantly changing create unstable identity. The third framework is fear of rejection. Many adults seek validation compulsively because rejection activates old emotional wounds. Fear of abandonment, fear of invisibility, fear of not being enough. Validation temporarily soothes these fears. But temporary reassurance is not healing. It is emotional pain relief. Healing happens when self-worth no longer depends entirely on external confirmation. Now here is the difficult question. How do you rebuild inner strength in a world obsessed with approval? The first step is noticing where your self-worth currently comes from. Ask yourself honestly. Do I feel emotionally destabilized by criticism? Do I need constant reassurance in relationships? Do I struggle making decisions without outside opinions? Do I change myself to avoid disapproval? Awareness is uncomfortable, but unconscious dependence remains powerful until clearly seen. The second step is practicing small acts of authenticity. Speak honestly in low-risk situations. Express preferences without apology, where what genuinely feels like you. Disagree respectfully when necessary. These moments seem small, but psychologically they rebuild self-trust. And self-trust is the foundation of inner strength. The third step is learning to tolerate disapproval. This is critical. Every authentic person eventually disappoints someone. You cannot remain genuine while being universally approved. The two are incompatible. People-pleasing often looks kind externally, while internally being driven by fear. And fear-based kindness eventually creates resentment and exhaustion. The fourth step is reducing performative living. Not every experience needs audience confirmation. Learn to enjoy moments privately again. Read without posting quotes afterward. Take walks without documenting them. Create things no one sees. These quiet experiences reconnect you with intrinsic meaning. The fifth step is building competence instead of image. Inner confidence grows through evidence. Keeping promises to yourself, developing skills, facing discomfort consistently. Real confidence feels quieter than performative confidence. Less show, more stability. The sixth step is separating rejection from identity. Not everyone will understand you, choose you, approve of you. And that is normal. Rejection becomes devastating only when self-worth depends entirely on being accepted. But emotionally strong people understand something important. Disapproval is information sometimes, preference other times, projection often. It is not always truth. The Stoics believed freedom begins when people stop making emotional peace dependent on external control. This does not mean becoming cold or emotionally detached. It means developing an internal center stable enough to survive external fluctuation. Because the world changes constantly. Attention fades, praise disappears, opinions shift. And if identity depends entirely on applause, silence becomes unbearable. Imagine a tree growing deep roots underground. Storms arrive constantly. Wind, rain, violence. But the tree survives because stability exists beneath the surface. Inner strength works similarly. It develops quietly, through solitude, self-respect, integrity, consistency. Not through endless validation. There is a painful irony in modern adulthood. Many people spend years trying desperately to be seen by others, while remaining disconnected from themselves internally. But no amount of external attention can replace internal self-respect. And eventually every person must decide, will I build my identity around approval or around truth? One creates temporary comfort, the other creates freedom. Imagine a man standing alone at night on a rooftop overlooking a sleeping city. For years he shaped himself around what others expected. He chased praise, avoided criticism, performed constantly. But standing there in silence, something finally becomes clear. He cannot hear his own voice anymore beneath all the noise. And for the first time, he stops asking, "Who do people want me to be?" and quietly asks, "Who am I when nobody is watching?" That question changes everything. Because adulthood is not merely about becoming successful socially. It is about becoming psychologically whole. And wholeness requires authenticity. Not perfection. Authenticity. Maybe that is the deeper reason validation addiction feels so exhausting. The soul becomes tired of performing, tired of chasing approval, tired of monitoring reactions, tired of outsourcing worth. And healing begins the moment people stop begging the world for permission to exist fully as themselves. Not arrogantly. Honestly. Because inner strength is not loud. It does not constantly seek applause. It is the quiet ability to remain connected to yourself even when approval disappears. And perhaps that is real freedom. Not controlling how others perceive you, but no longer being controlled by it. If this resonated with you, share your thoughts below. Sometimes hearing another person describe what we quietly struggle with makes us feel less alone. And if you enjoy calm reflections on psychology, philosophy, and emotional growth, you can subscribe for more.